In the last lesson, we discussed the different types of charts available within Tableau, and that lesson was a good refresher from the previous course on essential design principles. This lesson will also be somewhat of a refresher for some of you, but it's important information, especially for those of you that haven't taken any of the other courses in this specialization. For this lesson, I will show you how to change the colors, shapes, and sizes of your charts, and you will be able to make these changes on your own. So let's get started. Color options are a powerful way to add distinction to your visualization as well as depth to your data story. The most important thing to keep in mind is that you can color your marks by discrete field or a continuous field. We'll examine the difference here and explore options for adding color to your visualization. Let's start with color by a discrete field. Discrete fields have a unique list of items. Let's create a simple bar chart by dragging our region to the column shelf and adding our profit to the row shelf. Let's click on the Sort button to sort these bars in descending order. And let's drag our region to the color shelf to give each region a different color. Notice that there are just 4 items in the region field: West, East, South, and Central. When we click on the color shelf and then edit, we have the option to edit the colors for these items. You can select from a list of color palettes that come standard with Tableau. Let's select the Tableau 10 color palette. To change our region colors, first click on the region you want to change, and then click on the new color. Finally, click on OK, and now you have the color customized to your chart. Now, let's look at the color by continuous field. Using the same bar chart, I've swiped out the region field on the color shelf with the measure profit. Notice that the color legend shows a continuous color range from light to dark blue. Continuous fields have a range of values. By default, Tableau is coloring the bars based on the profit scale. We can see where Tableau is getting the scale from by clicking on the label option on the marks card and then clicking on the Show Marks Labels. Just as we can edit the color palette for a discrete field, we can edit the color palette for a continuous field. When we click on the color shelf and then edit, we have the option to edit the colors for these items. We have several options for controlling the colors of our bars. We can select a completely different color palette, so let's choose the orange-blue diverging. We can then choose to set the range into a set number of sections using the stepped color option. The reversed option will just flip our colors to go from blue to orange. We can use the advanced options to further refine the range. Let's click OK and see how the colors on our chart are affected. We have now customized our chart by changing the colors once again. Let's say instead of bars, we wanted to change the view to something else. We can customize our chart further by clicking on the arrow on the marks card and selecting a different shape. Let's choose circle and see what happens. Now our chart shows filled circles instead of bars. We can also click on shape and notice that the symbol has changed. We can then click on shape on the marks card and change the actual symbol even further. Let's say we wanted to change the sizes of our bars or shapes on our chart. All we need to do is click on the size option on the marks card and select the size you want your chart elements to be. In summary, we have looked at changing colors, shapes, and sizes within Tableau. After this lesson, you should now be able to change colors to charts in Tableau, change shapes in Tableau, and change sizes of charts within Tableau. Now that you understand the various charts available for use within Tableau and understand how to customize your charts by changing colors, shapes, and sizes, I would like you to practice creating different types of charts and changing the colors, shapes, and sizes of your charts. When you practice this skill immediately upon becoming familiar with it, your learning is significantly reinforced. In the next lesson, I will show how to create dual-axis charts within Tableau.